Hey, what's going on, everyone? I am J.A. Dudley. What's going on? Hope y'all all are having a blessed day. I, what was it, yesterday? No, 2 days ago, actually. This came in, and I have not had a chance to open it up. So I'm going to do that right now. And what that is the DJI Mic 2. The white box is messing with the white balance on the phone. But how do you even open this? Gonna have to use my nail to get in there. And what the reason for this, I love the DJI products. I have DJI gimbal. Refuge Medical has DJI, their action camera was at the Action Camera 3. We also have, Refuge Medical also has the DJI microphone set, the first generation. They also have the second generation. And with me, I use what was within my budget. What was within my budget was my small rig setup, which has been doing great. Haven't had too many issues with this, except for when we did the Moons Out, Goons Out event in Virginia. Started to have a little bit of issues with my small rig setup. One of the issues were on the I'm not sure if it was weather related, meaning the cold and everything, but the screen here on the small rig receiver started acting really weird and funky, where you could see on there how it's supposed to look, but the screen was all jumbled and garbled up and couldn't really figure out what was going on with that. And then another issue that came up was the on some of the videos that we did during the Moons Out, Goons Out on the last day, when it was kind of cold outside. I think it got down to 25 degrees. The audio cut out on some of those. Didn't know the reason why. I couldn't figure it out, because I had on headphones and I was plugged in here into the side, and I'm seeing levels and everything come up on the phone that I was recording on. So I'm thinking that everything was good, but it actually wasn't good. I didn't want to. So I'm not sure if it was the cold that was affecting it or what. Then on that same day, when we were doing interviews with everyone, had another issue. The clip right here on the back of this microphone came off. This is how it's supposed to look. You're supposed to have a little clip like that, but you see right there, it snapped off, and I am going back and forth with small rig trying to figure out if there's a way to either repair or replace this to get it to work again. So I let the team know at Refuge about it, and they was like, well, what microphones do you want? I was like, well, I eventually want to get the DJI 2 for a multitude of reasons. One thing with my small rig setup, again, audio works great and everything, but here on the receiver, I would have loved to have been able to press these buttons to mute these microphones, because it was, like I said, during Moons Out, Goons Out, it was extremely cold outside, and since it was a shooting event, you would have Bob, he was up to shoot, and then Rod was on deck, but there were so many people around him, they would want to talk to him, get his thoughts on what actually happened and went on. And then when Bob was done shooting, people would surround Bob and want to talk with him, and I had no way of muting one of the microphones while they were on them. So there would be times where I'm yelling in the background saying, hey, whoever is not shooting at the time, you got to be quiet until that person is done shooting so it doesn't mess up the audio. So on here, it would have been great to be able to press one of these buttons, and it presses, but it doesn't do anything. You would think that that's something that they would have had set up. You just press it, it mutes that microphone. Another thing, because what I said earlier, when I lost the audio, which I don't know how that happened, because the audio was getting transmitted into the receiver, but it wasn't going into the phone. Now, on these microphones, there's no internal recording. On the DJI Mic 2, there's internal recording. So what's going to end up happening is I'm going to have a safety track no matter what. So if maybe it wasn't the microphones or the receiver that was the problem, maybe it was just the connection going into my phone. Where is it? Because I have a Lightning to TRS cable, or TRSS, or I don't know how to explain it, but it's this cable right here. So you have the Lightning cable that plugs into the iPhone, and you have this that plugs into the receiver. If I get that out. Now, I believe that the DJI Mic 2, they have ports just like this where you can plug this in just like that, but it also has something a little bit better, because this is the only way to get the audio out of the receiver, by plugging in a cable like this to get it either into your camera or into your phone. So let's put all of this stuff away. Like I said, there's no onboard recording with these, but the audio is great. Put all of that over there, because you never know when you're going to need a second set of microphones. But now, let's tear into this box. Ooh. Open everything up. Hey, the cilia gel that you're not supposed to eat, so let's put that off to the side. And what do we have in here? We have this case right here. Let's see if there's anything here in the booklet. It's a whole bunch of different languages. Where is English? I don't see it. Product name, DJI Mic 2 carrying bag. Color, black. Pretty cool. So we'll come back to that. Right here, I guess it's the instruction booklet, some stickers and different things like that. So we will come back to that. I've seen hundreds of videos. I used the DJI Mic 1 setup, but I never used the DJI Mic 2 setup. And here, let's see what we got. More cilia gel. That's to keep everything dry and no humidity. We have a TRS to TRS cable right here. So that's what you would use to plug into a camera or something like that. This is a USB to USB-C plug. What else do we have in here? I think this is one of the dead cat. At least that's what it feels like. It looks fuzzy inside of there. That's one of them. And I hear other things moving around. That's the second dead cat. So let's put all of that inside there. Anything else in the case? Nope. That's everything for the case. It's a really nice case right there. Keep everything nice and secure. And now for the Prime de Resistance press to unlock. That's something new on the DJI, the DJI microphone 2. The case, you can't just open it like the DJI 1. You have to press. But let's take this tape off first. Let that drop. Press right here, open them up, and they're supposed to turn on. Yes, everything turned right on. Needs to be charged up. Now, inside the case, you have the 2 microphones. That's 1 and 2. And the magnets are right there on the back. So if you don't want to just clip it on, you can put it inside. So some of the ways that you can wear this, you could clip it onto your shirt like that, or you could clip it on the outside like that. These things are tiny. Another thing you can use is this oh, yeah, they said the magnet is going to be so much stronger, but I wasn't expecting that. So you could clip the microphone on like that, so you have a smaller footprint. Or you could do it in reverse and have it like this. Have the microphone on the outside so you can see it just like that. Now, I think for the use that I'm going to use is I'm going to have the magnet on the outside and the microphone on the inside. You can turn off these lights, but just in case, I want to make sure that everything is nice and secure inside, unless I use a lavalier microphone. Another thing that's different between the DJI and the small rig case, the DJI has a battery inside so you could charge them up on the go. The small rig case has to be plugged in. Let's get a small rig microphone out so you can see the size difference. So this is a small rig. This is a DJI microphone. Look at that. Look at how, well, let's get the one that actually has the clip on it. So you can see the size difference right here, how much tinier this thing is. Now remember, this one can record audio by itself. This one cannot. And look at the size that it is. But there's also a massive price difference. This one is a lot heavier as compared to this microphone, but these microphones still sound great. But if something happens, you'll have a safety track recorded right here. What else comes in this case? Just like the DJI Microphone 1, you have a lightning cable slide-in piece, and you also have a USB-C slide-in piece. And now what do I mean by slide-in piece? Let's put that back in here so I don't lose anything. So here, oh, I'm changing the settings already. Let's keep it on English. Oh, you got to set the date and everything. So I'll do all that setup and everything now. This feels so tiny. On the last version, you had a piece where it slid out and it didn't have its own cold shoe right here. So it has a built-in cold shoe mount. And now, oh, it's the same setup where you can slide this piece out right here. On the last one, you either could put a cold shoe in there, the lightning port, or the USB-C. So you take this just like this, both arrows, slide that in there, and it locks in. It's a audible click. I don't know if y'all heard that when it clicked in. And now from here, you would just plug that into your iPhone. And the same thing if you have an Android or something like that, or you want to use this with your laptop, you would take the USB-C, slide that in, listen for the click. Oh, nice audible click. Slide that in there, plug it in to the USB-C, and you're all set. If you want to, remember I told you, you can plug in your headphones here and also use the TRS port going out to plug into either your phone or a different camera or into your laptop or a regular computer and be able to use these. Oh, there is another thing that I didn't even think of. It just popped in my head now. Oh, is that a magnet? Because it just slid in there quick. It locks in. I believe this piece right here, I don't know if it has a magnet or it's just a clip in there. I forgot one massive thing about this microphone set. If you don't want to use the receiver, these you can pair with Bluetooth to any device. You can pair it to your phone, you can pair it to a computer. I'm not sure what else you can pair it with, but if you can pair a device to it, this can go directly to it, and you can use the microphone on here, and you don't even have to use the receiver. So that's a massive bonus as well. So say you want to do some really quick setup, you don't have all of your mounts, you don't want to plug everything in, you could just pair one of these microphones up via Bluetooth directly to your phone and get started. It's an amazing setup. The audio is not as crisp on Bluetooth from people's reviews, but it's better than nothing. If you need to set up your phone, like let's say you're making a workout video and you're going to be moving around all over the place and you just want to connect this really quick, easy, simple. If you're a vlogger or you have a gimbal and you're concerned about the weight with using the receiver, you could just connect this via Bluetooth and you're all set. If you don't like the way the audio is coming out, you can record the audio on here also while sending it via Bluetooth to your device, recording all of that, have a safety track on here, and be able to edit the audio to get it perfect to your liking. So there's so many different things, so many different options, and DJI is just killing the game. So this is my unboxing of the DJI Microphone 2s and showing you why thanks to Refuge Medical, I was able to upgrade from my small rig setup to DJI. Go check out Refuge Medical. 2, go check out calebhouse.org. 3, go check out grindstoneministries.com. And 4, thank you for watching. Shalom.